there's a lot of like the duality in life, where it's like a movement is expressed in like waves, and so like with everything always moving, it's like as long as you're moving and things are happening, like you're doing good. As soon as you're like stagnant, like you're like that's what happens when you die, right? It's the line. So like this up
100%.
and down always is, I think that's just like the way that is life. Like it's expressed in a wave, and then the waves are like that. So it's like as long as you have so many things going on, I feel like you're never gonna really figure it out to a point where it's like everything is aligned and balanced, because then everything would be straight and everything would be just dead. So as long as there's ups and downs, then it's alive. You're living, and it's just the way it's supposed to be. And then you find balance within that, where it's like sometimes you're down here and you're like feeling sad, but that's okay. Sometimes you're on the way up, and that's all right. But like just finding and being grateful for the fact that you're alive and moving, I think is like what I'm learning and trying to embody in how I'm doing life.
Welcome back to our humble podcast. It's been a minute since we've had an episode, and I'm excited to be back here in the studio hanging out with you guys. Looking forward to this interview. It's a little different than anything we've done on the show so far, but I think it's pretty timely and pretty cool. I'm GT, your host, and this is my amazing co-host, Christina. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Did you miss that question?
No.
Not at all. It's not like I never ask it.
Fine.
Nice. Yeah, so it's been a while since we've had a podcast episode. How are you feeling about this season?
It's been a minute since we've been in it. The studio.
Bars. Yeah.
Dropping them.
You try to rhyme that?
No.
just float. That's how it happens. Yeah, I'm rocking the Good Vibes. This is an original shirt. Our guests today are actually going to be our features for our very next Good Vibes. So I'm excited for this. I was introduced to you guys as Anderson Pride, but now we're promoting a new band. Why don't you guys tell us what it is?
Yeah, so like Anderson Pride is kind of our whole family band, but then when it's just myself, Oak, and my dad, we're like Lion Vibes.
Yeah. Lion Vibes.
Yeah.
I like it.
We like lions.
Yeah.
You're rocking the Lion shirt today.
Yeah.
What's the significance of Lions for you guys?
Me and my dad are Leos, and I don't know, like family, lion pride.
Yeah. I think I don't know, I'm not a Leo, but but I do like cats. I actually have 3 cats, but I don't know, I think for me it's like a symbol of like kind of power, but also responsibility, and just kind of like family, a teamwork, a unit. Yeah.
Because Lions roll in prides,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I've always made that connection, is the pride and the Anderson Pride. And when your dad came on the podcast, he gave me, I should have wore it today. He gave me beads with lion metal on it.
Yeah,
It was
that's
super cool. I love that guy. I love your dad, but I also love the necklace. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Oh yeah, my name is Robert. My last name is Anderson.
No.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm married. So that's what's up. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it for now.
My name is Oak, or Oakland Anderson, and I'm not married because I'm 14.
Yeah.
Soon to be 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, soon to be 15, and his brother.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
You have another brother named Leo.
Yeah. Leo.
Oh yeah,
Leo's-
Leo.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Keeping the lion trend going.
Nice. I love it. So you guys will be playing later on. What are you playing? What's the song?
There's Best Me and there's Future,
Yeah.
and like it's not lo-fi, but it's not like it's like its own thing.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
can-
like I don't know. We like to describe it as like stuff you'd listen to in your car on a drive, kind of thing, just like driving music, I guess. But it's like similar to lo-fi.
I could describe it as like space music. Reminds me of like
Yeah.
space a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
I did sneak into the studio when they were going. And when it started, I didn't know what to expect. And then when it started, I still didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But I was like feeling it, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, like it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit of not everything, but it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's good vibey music.
Yeah, there you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Robert, you're the drummer.
Yeah.
How long have you played drums?
Like, I don't know, since we started the band.
Yeah,
I don't know,
like
like
5 years.
Nah. Has it been that
I
long?
think it's been that long because I was in like elementary when we started.
It's 5
Oh,
years.
yeah.
I mean, like I'm a sophomore now, so
Wow.
it's been a minute.
What's
yeah.
crazy is it feels like, to me, it's been longer than that because I've known you guys before you had the band.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've known me since I was like 0, I think.
Yeah.
It's just about, it's just a little
You
guy
said 0.
before you were so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always been at school. Even
Yeah.
You know
Day
him
one.
since he was Oakland.
Yeah.
Since he was Oakland, right?
Yeah, I think, I've been playing, I guess, for 5 years. Not like well or anything, though. Just kind of like you here and there. But then, you just kind of like, I guess, pick it up like anything else. The next thing, and you're like, oh, this is pretty decent now. But he's been practicing a lot longer, and like with teachers and everything else, so much more dedicated to practice.
You started for the band?
Yeah, that was it. It was just like, we want to make music, and we need people to play instruments. And I was like, well, drums sound cool. And I grew up rapping, so I've been rapping since I was like 7 or 5, doing like shows.
You didn't know that?
No?
Yeah, I think my
Why?
first-
Because I went like this?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, my first show, I think I was like 5 or something.
You were
Five.
rapping at 5?
Yeah, memorized.
Dad
stuff.
starts us off with stuff at like 4. Like started violin, I was 4.
Yeah.
Leo started drumming and he was like 3. Like yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to start young.
Oh yeah, it's like it. Yeah, it was a big a big reason of why I am the way that I am is most likely because of those experiences. But it was cool. So I did shows and got to do that for a while. So but I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to play an instrument. I kind of wanted to play guitar, but he had that. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the drums. I like loud things and keeping I tap on my fingers all the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the drums.
So,
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
So for this whole good vibes thing, I feel like maybe there could be more than just a band.
What do you mean?
I think she's saying
She
you should
means you should rap.
Oh, I don't have anything.
We're gonna do me versus me, right? So
Well, at some point, I don't memorize. I don't have memorized anything anymore.
Just freestyle.
yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
think
terrible at freestyle. I'm not good at that.
Me
Not
too.
at all. Yeah, no.
my dad may be able to freestyle.
Dad's really good at that. Most of the time, like I've never written anything. He would write it, and then he would talk about it, and then we would go back and kind of work on it together a little bit, add the lyrics so they made sense to me in different times of my life, and so I had kind of an expression in it. But my biggest thing was just performance. I guess that aspect of it. Like I had good stage presence, and that took a long time to kind of build that up. So at this point, you can hand me pretty much anything, and I can get a good vibe of it, figure out how I want to flow with it, and then the performing part and the stage presence is kind of, I guess, where I excel and have a somewhat unique look, so it kind of fits. But
I saw a video from a youth event that you were rapping at, and you had the crowd, like, they were into it, man. That was
oh
great.
yeah, that was like the
I wasn't here yet, but I knew.
that was there was
You seen the video?
church and stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I wrote with a church group, like a youth group that they would go around and rap at different churches and stuff a little bit.
What?
That was fun.
What happened to this group?
All in life,
We just like grew up.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
think they're all much older now and got kids and
We
They're
saw some
married
of them
and-
recently at the store.
yeah.
I mean, you got some time, a little bit of time. Just think about it. Just putting it out there.
Oh, very good.
Just like
what
2
happens
weeks?
once it's out in the universe? It's,
Yeah.
it's what happens.
I got another question for you, and then we can talk to Oak, because I know Oak has some dope stuff to talk about. But my experience was kind of the opposite of yours. I started with the instrument and then started rapping. Well, I guess you said you started with the instrument since you were young, like 5.
No, I started rapping first. And
Rapping first,
the
okay.
instruments came much later. But.
What made you make the switch? Like, do you still rap? Yes, no?
I mean, yeah, if like, there's a show or something, it's like, hey, we need a spot to fill, then like a day before I'll memorize something and then
Oh, bro, you got 2 weeks.
Right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
There's
really?
plenty of
Dang.
time.
Oh, yeah.
For good vibes.
oh
Plenty
yeah,
of time.
I could do that. That's fine. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be dope. Yeah, I have enough songs to
Oh, yeah.
put out like a couple
Oh, yeah.
CDs, but
Sure.
yeah, so yeah, I would do the song. That'd be fine.
All right, I lied. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
When are we gonna collab?
Whenever. I mean, I work constantly, but I mean, I'm free after 5 most days, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's usually a little later for me, but we should hang out
yeah,
and we work on some stuff.
that'd be dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oak, Oak, the man, the myth, the legend. Man, so many cool things are happening in your life right now,
Yeah, do a lot of things.
right?
Yeah.
What's the most recent, like, really cool experience that you've had?
Recently, I think it was Saturday. I did Juneteenth Fest, I think it is. I think it's called.
It was a Joy Fest, right?
Yeah, Joy Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. I played some songs.
Did you do it solo or were you
Yeah, I
with the
did it
band?
solo. I do more stuff solo than I do with a band, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you've won an award. Was that last summer?
That was last summer, I think. I think that was 2 summers ago.
Was it that long ago?
Because I think I was in 8th grade, so yeah.
Okay. What was that about?
That was for a play, which I only did because I got to play the guitar in the play. I actually hate acting, but it was worth it because I got to play the guitar on stage and for giant crowds each single night. So that was really fun.
Is it like
How many nights?
School of Rock.
Yeah, that's
School of Rock.
Yeah. How many nights? Oh.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. It went by fast. went
It
for a
did.
while.
It did run for a while. I wish we would have been able to make one of those, but obviously a great experience.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
great
like.
experience.
And then you guys got to play at the Gene Leahy Landing.
Yes, with a different band. I'm part of
Okay.
called Rock Lab at the Conservatory of Music. I'm still a part of that. We're gonna actually do a Battle of the Bands again at the same place next week.
That was Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
That you guys. Oh, and everything's just running together for me. I can't keep up with it.
And there was something else I did with a different band, I think 2 years ago, also there. So
Yeah, and you played the violin for them out there too.
yeah,
That was
I
amazing.
still play it.
Yeah.
Once every few weeks, I play it. Not by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christina used to play violin.
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
For a while. Yeah.
For
I started in 2nd grade, and then I played through high school. By high school, that was kind of it was just an elective that, there wasn't anything else I wanted to do.
So, what does music mean to you?
It's like a pastime and it's a good source of money at this age, honestly.
That's crazy.
Getting 200, 300 once every month is pretty nice, to be honest. Yeah.
It's not bad at all, man.
14.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have
Paid
to be out
gig,
there
paid
mowing
music.
those yards or anything.
Actually, I still do that.
Oh.
$20 every week, so it's still not bad.
So I'm just racking it up.
You gotta get that paper though.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I made money doing the shows I did, I probably would have.
I'm
kept
surprised
it.
you didn't.
It just wasn't my path.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. For me, the music, and this is something that I kind of wrestle with, just being a dad and family guy. We have bills to pay and have a family to provide for, but I also feel called to do the music, and I want to do it the best I can on the platforms that I can, but it also takes time, right? It's something that recently we've had some opportunities to play free shows, but I've also had some shows to get paid for, and it's a good feeling to get paid for the things that you put so much effort into. But there's also that balance of I know you guys believe in God, that it's a ministry also, right? So when you're playing your instrument, when you're performing, it's also ministering to the people who are there. How do you balance that though? Is the hard part, right?
I think I don't know. I've also been thinking about stuff like that too. What does that even look like? But I think it's I think as long as your heart's in the right place, as far as doing both, right? You do the free shows, you do the ones that are paid, and then I think it's also about, are you helping people? If it's hey, I don't know this group, they came out of nowhere, they're offering me money, but there's literally the only reason I'm doing it is money. But then someone else is like, hey, I'm doing this for our youth group, and it's gonna reach this many people. And there's a lot more like, I don't know, ministry about that.
Yeah.
Then maybe those are the ones you pick in those times, but at the same time, like, you got bills too. So it's like, I guess it's just, I think as long as you're doing both and your heart is in the right spot, as in like, I'm not only in it for money, but I do want to get paid sometimes, then I think that, at the end of the day, you'll be all right.
I still enjoy doing free shows and doing like stuff like, I think we're gonna do an event at a retirement home soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Also,
I
the
like
free
doing
shows
stuff
are-
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the free shows are less stress too, because you're like,
Right.
we just vibing, like, there's literally nothing on the line right now.
For
right?
real.
You're getting
So-
what you paid for.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like, hey, we just, we're chilling, but so then there's that too,
At the same time though, like, I'm a teenager, of course, I want to get paid.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm glad I'm not like at McDonald's behind hot like fryers and bagging stuff at Baker's. I'd rather play guitar on stage and make more than they make in like a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good.
That's
yeah.
a good point.
Your boy was the McDonald's dude for a minute, but that was dope. I learned a lot. It was a lot of fun.
I mean
Yeah.
that
No shade
Like
to
a
the
rage to
McDonald's or
Yeah, yeah.
No, not at all.
yeah. You guys, we need you guys.
Yeah.
No,
Need somewhere
more
to
than
eat.
ever.
After
It's
the-
crazy, man. I've applied at Walmart and at McDonald's, and neither one would hire me.
Dang.
Wow.
I know, right?
I thought they just take anyone.
I thought that was.
Granted, this was like over 10 years ago,
Mm.
so maybe they had higher standards then.
Probably.
Yeah, that was before COVID. So.
They'd probably
Never-
take me now.
I've never worked in fast food.
I really don't
Just
want
the
to.
idea of it stresses me out. People are so mean.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it.
That's when you spit in their food.
No, that's disgusting. That
Some
is-
extra in the
You
sandwich.
want
Right.
a jerk?
Right.
People
It's
do
a
that kind
special
of stuff.
sauce.
too.
There was a movie. I can't remember what it was called though. It was about like a fast food restaurant, and they like it was a nasty movie.
Good burger?
No,
Oh,
I can't think of the guy who was in it, but yeah, they used to. It's not for this show. It was the stuff that they would do to some of these people's food. I'm like,
I think you're
oh.
probably thinking about waiting.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
what's
So you
that?
gotta be nice to people who serve
Waiting.
you food.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Is the
Yeah.
name of the...
I think so.
Something like that. But yeah, I worked in the industry. I've been a chef, but all that stuff. So like, every kitchen I've been in, no one does that. But we talk about it and we joke about it, but no one actually does it. At least all the places I've ever worked. And I've worked at a lot of places.
He's like one of the best cooks I know. I think the best cook I know because
Oh,
makes like the best food
I
ever.
appreciate it.
What's your
remember you used to
specialty?
work at a tea spot too.
Yeah, ramen is what I do make the best. I was a ramen chef for like 2.5, almost 3 years, something like that.
And as soon as he left the ramen spot, I didn't like it anymore.
I
Yeah,
like ramen.
you try.
I like ramen.
it's my jam. Like, yeah, it was it. I don't know. I really like the process and like just there's something for me. It's just like a magical about making it, and I just like really love doing it. But I had my buddy that I worked with. We would do that for a long time. It was a lot of fun, a lot of crazy times. But yeah, making your own broth. We didn't make our own noodles, but that is something I might get into one day. But
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah,
As a kid who grew up with like the 22-cent
The little packs of ramen.
ramen to
Bro,
see
I
like
would
what
try
they
and
do
top
with
ramen.
ramen. Now I'm like
yeah, it's another level.
gourmet ramen.
In other countries, it's like a delicacy, right? Like they're fancy ramen in Japan and
Yeah, you can.
Fancy ramen here now. There's like a ramen restaurant. There's like ramen restaurants.
At the mall, you can get gourmet
Yeah.
ramen. They
There's
get
like
they
a
get that
whole
often. when I
ramen
go.
restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's fancy.
that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I like ramen. I mean, if you ever want to, hook your boy up with a bowl of ramen,
Yeah.
I would not be upset about it.
Yeah.
We actually have some cooks that are going to be on the show this season, and we're going to have like equipment out for them to cook during the show. So
Oh, that's cool.
maybe we'll have you back for another episode, and you can
Yeah, I
whip
could
up
do
some
that.
ramen.
Yeah, I can. I mean, for ramen, a lot. It's nice because I mean, probably most cooking things you like pre-cook everything, or part cook everything ahead of time, and you're really just heating everything up, real
Yeah.
fancy like. But, yeah, I could definitely do that. I've done that before. Like I did like private catering for
Remember
some
that.
people before. So yeah, I'm not opposed to that. It's fun.
I love it. I kind of made a joke before with you. Like, I feel like you are art.
I appreciate that. That's cool.
Just like a living embodiment of art in different forms, obviously.
I just always agree to things, you know, like
That's what Dad taught us.
Yeah.
Never say no to stuff.
yeah,
Always volunteer.
it's just like yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I do most of the things that are like the cool parts of my life. I didn't want to do. I just
For
wanted to stay
real.
at home, play video games,
For real.
and
That's
vibe,
so
you know.
real. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but like, you got to live life outside of the screen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I figure it out, you know, and then I just kept doing that, and I still do that to this day. I say no more now because I'm married, so I have to prioritize that more. But I do still say I agree to things, and you just kind of find yourself a situation, do the best you can, and it's fun.
I feel like we had like a conversation kind of like this when we were all working at the Pink concert.
Oh
And you and
yeah,
your wife were like, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Like, we don't even know. Why did we say yes?" And you're like, "Let's go!" And we're like, "Oh my gosh."
yeah, that was crazy. That was not at all what I expected, but it was fun. I had a good time.
That was like the largest show that I've done. It was nuts,
That was the only show I've done.
and it was hot.
Do you
Yeah,
still
you guys-
you still do that?
Yeah, it's like one of my part-time jobs.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's pretty cool. And for those watching, we're talking about stagehand work, which is a part-time job. It's flexible. We get to work different concerts, and it's kind of the other side of the creative part, that they're the ones who put the shows on, put everything together for the concerts, and allow for the talent to do what they do. The most recent show that I was on was Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire, which I
nice.
feel like you
That's
guys
cool.
would have loved that
Yeah,
show.
that's cool.
It was nuts. I was running Spotlight, so I got to,
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, that's cool.
their lead singer for Earth, Wind, and Fire. That dude is like a marathon runner. He'd like juke me out running back and forth on the stage. And it's like a robo Spotlight, so it's like all technology. So I had to like just try to, and it's the tension on it was not, it wasn't as fluid as I would have liked it to been. So like, it was tough trying to keep up with that dude. And the bass player, that old dude could get down, man. That was a cool show. That was a really cool show.